Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? When we were trying to get this podcast off the ground, we had so many questions. How do we record an episode? Where do we find background music? How do we get our show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all the other places that people like to listen? And where do we find advertisers? The answer to every one of these questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, distributing, and monetizing your podcast. And best of all, it's 100% free and 100% ridiculously easy to use. Anchor makes it simple to get up and running. You can upload and schedule your podcasts ahead of time. It publishes to all the major podcast platforms. You can easily check your stats. I could go on, but instead, why don't you go and get started? Go to anchor.fm/start to join the e-commerce minute and a diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start. We can't wait to hear your podcast.
It's the e-commerce minute, your daily dose of e-commerce, tech, and retail news with your hosts Bart Mraz and John Suter. The e-commerce minute is a production of Sumo Heavy, a digital commerce consulting firm in Brooklyn, New York, and Philadelphia. Find us on the web at sumoheavy.com. It's the e-commerce minute for February 15th, 2018.
In today's episode, Amazon to launch UPS FedEx competitor.
Amazon is reportedly set to launch a competitor to FedEx and UPS. The service, named Shipping with Amazon, or SWA, would challenge UPS, FedEx, DHL, and other players on the delivery field, according to a recent report in the Wall Street Journal. Here's how the service would work. Couriers would pick up products from businesses that sell goods through the internet retailer and deliver that merchandise to Amazon warehouses. Right now, those goods are delivered to the warehouse by UPS, FedEx, and other companies. The service is reportedly set to begin in Los Angeles in the coming weeks, but could expand almost immediately, according to the report. The expansion would offer the services to other businesses and undercut rivals by offering lower rates. In a statement to Retail Dive, Amazon said, "We're always innovating and experimenting on behalf of our customers and the businesses that sell and grow on Amazon to create faster, lower-cost delivery choices." Amazon will still rely on its current network of couriers like UPS, FedEx, and the Postal Service to get orders from its warehouses to customers.
On behalf of their customers? Really? That's a sentence in there? Are you serious? Really? On behalf of the customers?
I'm sorry, it's a type of shareholders.
Oh, hey, they're going to deliver everything, my friend.
Yeah. I mean, it's not going to replace these services, but I see it cutting into a certain part of the bottom line, especially for like a UPS.
Yeah, don't you think like if they got enough and actually got it right, it would really put a big ginormous dent in those?
Yeah, and if you read this properly, they're not initially going, you're not going to get your, they're not going to deliver to consumers just yet. They're just delivering from, the guy that sells the headphones. They're grabbing his headphones and taking them to the Amazon warehouse. But once they get the logistics down, what's to stop them from competing against the USPS or UPS or FedEx or anybody else?
Yeah, well, I mean, the closest one to you, or actually, yeah, I guess to you, is the one in Trenton, and you freaking see it. There's trucks up and down the turnpike all the time.
Yep.
Amazon has their planes, and then their big trucks, and it's gonna happen.
Why do we need the guy from the Postal Service that shows up anytime between 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. when I can have a nice Amazon truck come and just drop it off?
I mean, UPS is going to be around because it has to be, I think, legally, but I don't think that doesn't really matter anymore,
Well, the only thing it can do is increase efficiencies for the other companies. I just, you fear what happens when a company like Amazon moves in and jobs are affected just for the sake of the bottom line. So, it's
good on one side, it's bad on the other.
One side, bad on the other, like everything else.
Been like this forever. Yep.
All right. Anything else to add to this one?
Oh, what? Keep on shopping.
Keep on shopping. And since we've got a little extra time, you can find full show notes at ecommerceminute.co. And if you like our show, please subscribe and get it to wherever you get your usual podcast. And don't forget, you can add it via your smart device.
Your smart device.
Smart device. I don't like this, lady in the tube.
Lady in the tube.
Just add that to your flash reading, to your lady in the tube, or whatever you like to call her. All right, that's your e-commerce minute for today. We'll see you on the internet tomorrow. That's it for today's show. If you like the show, do us a favor and subscribe, or leave us a review on iTunes. And don't forget, you can now listen to the e-commerce minute on your Amazon device. Just add e-commerce minute to your flash briefing. And finally, if you have a comment or suggestion, or just want to say hi, find us on social media at Sumo Heavy.